It was a quiet evening in the monastery. The setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange and gold as a young disciple sat beside his monk, his mind restless with questions. With a respectful bow, he asked, "Monkji, all of us humans are born with 2 hands, 2 feet, a brain, and 24 hours a day. Yet only a few rise to the top, while many struggle in poverty and failure. Why is that?" The monkji smiled knowingly, as if he had been waiting for this question. "Success," he said calmly, "is not about luck or talent alone. It is about habits. The difference between a successful person and a failure lies in the habits they choose to keep and the ones they discard." The disciple leaned forward, intrigued. "And what are those habits, monkji? What do successful people remove from their lives?" The monk's eyes twinkled with wisdom as he replied, "There are 9 things that the truly successful and wise remove from their minds. If you wish to reach greatness, you must let go of them too." The disciple listened with bated breath as the monk began his lesson. "Tell me, my child," the monk asked. "Listen. Have you ever noticed how most people speak, but few?" The disciple nodded. "A wise person never interrupts others when they speak. They listen, not just with their ears, but with their hearts. They pay attention, seeking to understand, not just to reply." The monk paused, letting his words sink in. But an impatient person? He cuts others off, dismisses their words, and rushes to speak. And in doing so, he loses valuable knowledge, offends others, and remains trapped in ignorance. The disciple reflected on this, realizing how often he had interrupted in his eagerness to respond. "Many people," the monk continued, "spend their lives pointing fingers. I could have been successful, but my parents didn't support me. I would have done better, but my luck was bad." He shook his head. "Blaming others may give temporary comfort, but it leads nowhere. Successful people take full responsibility for their lives. They own their mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. But those who refuse to take responsibility, they remain stuck, forever waiting for someone else to change their destiny." The disciple felt a shiver run down his spine. He had often blamed others for his failures, but was it truly their fault, or had he simply refused to take charge of his own life? The monk looked deep into his disciple's eyes. "Do you know the most dangerous enemy?" The disciple hesitated before replying, "A powerful opponent?" The monk shook his head. "No, my child. The most dangerous enemy lives inside you. It is the voice that whispers, 'I am not good enough. I will fail. I am unlucky. I don't deserve success.'" He sighed. "A person who constantly feeds their mind with negativity digs their own grave. But a wise man? He speaks to himself with kindness. He replaces doubt with belief, fear with courage, and despair with determination." The disciple felt a strange lightness, as if a heavy burden had been lifted from his soul. "Imagine," the monk said, "you are traveling without a destination. Where will you go?" "Nowhere," the disciple answered. "Exactly. Those who have no goal in life drift aimlessly, wasting time, energy, and potential. But successful people, they set clear targets. They wake up each morning with purpose, knowing exactly what they must do to move forward." The disciple clenched his fists, determined to find his path. The monk's voice softened. "True strength is not in making others feel small. It is in lifting them." He continued, "Many people, when they taste a little success, begin to look down on others, the poor, the weak, the less fortunate. But arrogance is a poison. The moment a man starts thinking he is above others, he stops growing. A truly successful person, he treats everyone with respect, whether rich or poor, young or old, powerful or powerless." The disciple swallowed hard, recalling times when he had judged others unfairly. "Tomorrow," the monk chuckled, "is the favorite word of the lazy." The disciple laughed nervously. "Procrastination is a thief," the monk warned. "It steals time, opportunities, and success. A wise person does not wait for the right moment. He acts now." The disciple made a silent promise. He would no longer delay his dreams. Success or failure both come from the same place, responsibility. The monk's words were firm. A coward makes excuses. A warrior finds solutions. Those who constantly avoid responsibilities will never experience true success. The disciple straightened his back. If he wanted to grow, he had to stop running from challenges. Talking behind someone's back, finding faults in others, arguing for no reason. These are the habits of the weak, the monk said. A wise person does not waste his energy on meaningless conflicts. Instead, he guards his peace and focuses on his growth. The disciple thought of all the time he had wasted in petty arguments. He vowed to change. The monk looked towards the sky. Tell me, my child, why do people turn to alcohol, smoking, or drugs? The disciple thought for a moment before answering. To escape stress and find peace. The monk nodded. Yes, but peace found in intoxication is an illusion. True peace comes from purpose. A man who loves his work, who is passionate about his dreams, does not need distractions. He finds his joy in his journey. The disciple felt a new kind of intoxication, the intoxication of passion and purpose. The sun had now set. A calm silence filled the air. The monk looked into his disciple's eyes and asked, "Do you understand now?" The disciple nodded, his heart filled with clarity. With deep respect, he bowed before his monk. He now knew the path to success, and with that, his journey truly began. The disciple sat in deep thought, his mind now free of confusion. Each of the monk's words echoed in his heart like the ringing of a temple bell. For years, he had believed that success was about talent, luck, or the right circumstances. But today, he had learned the truth. Success is about what you choose to let go of. He looked up at his monk, eyes filled with gratitude. "Monkji, I now understand. The true path to success is not just about gaining knowledge, but also about removing the wrong habits, the wrong thoughts, and the wrong beliefs from our minds." The monk smiled, pleased with his disciple's realization. "Yes, my child, the greatest burden a person carries is not the weight of his failures, but the weight of his wrong mindset. Those who remove these 9 obstacles from their minds will find their path clear, their steps steady, and their success inevitable." The disciple bowed deeply. He knew that his journey had only just begun, but this time he was prepared. As he walked away from the monastery, the world looked different, not because it had changed, but because he had changed. And with that, he stepped forward, not just towards success, but towards a new life. True success does not come from seeking more, but from removing what holds you back. Let go of doubt. Let go of blame. Let go of excuses, and watch as success begins to chase you.